Good morning, boys and girls. Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Today we're going to do another sprint paper that looks like this right here. So I'd like for you to go ahead and get your pencil, get your timer or your phone. Make sure you have a good eraser with you and open up your packet to this page. Pause the video if you need time to get your materials. Just like yesterday, we're going to time ourselves. We're going to do this math as quickly as we can. It's okay if it takes you a little while. Just do it as quickly as you can. When you're finished, I'd like for you to put the time that you got either here at the bottom or here at the top in a blank space. And then you're going to check your work and you're going to put the number that you got correct right here on this line. Pause the video until you're finished and then we'll get ready to move on to our word problems. Before we move on, some of you may have noticed that there's not a line that says improvement on it like there was yesterday. That's because these are subtracting questions, and yesterday and the day before were adding. So we're going to compare these questions to the ones tomorrow to check our subtracting comparison and our improvement. The word problems we're working on today, your paper is going to look like this. You know you're on the right page if you have the question about Jan and her 32 smelly stickers. So I want you to make sure you are on the right page, put your name and date, and then we're going to get ready to talk about that question. Pause the video if you need time to get your materials ready. So here's the question. Jan has 32 smelly stickers. Sarah has 29 smelly stickers. Mary has 34 smelly stickers. How many smelly stickers do the girls have in total? So just like before, we're going to use cubes to figure out all of our information, put everything together, and then we're going to write our number sentence. So first we're going to look at C, which is circle the numbers. I see a number here, number 32, number 29, and the number 34. Now, yesterday they tried to trick us and wrote one of the numbers in word form, but I don't see any numbers in word form today. Next, we're going to look at U, which is underline the question. Jan has 32 smelly stickers. Sarah has 29 smelly stickers. Mary has 34 smelly stickers. How many smelly stickers do the girls have total? So that's going to be our question right there. How many do they have all together? Next, we see B stands for box and the key words. I'm going to look through and I'm going to see what words can tell me if I'm adding or subtracting. Jan has 32 smelly stickers. Sarah has 29 smelly stickers. Mary has 34 smelly stickers. How many smelly stickers do the girls have total? The very, very last word here, total, is actually going to give me what I'm looking for. When I have a group of numbers in total, that means we're going to add them all together. We're going to see how many we have all together. So that word total is kind of like the word altogether we've talked about before. So that's going to tell me this is going to be an addition problem. Next, E stands for eliminate what you don't need. There's a lot that we don't need. We don't really need to know their names. We don't really need to know what type of stickers that they have. And so we can cross that all off so it doesn't confuse us. Finally, S stands for solve the problem. Before we can solve the problem, we're going to write our number sentence. So I see I have 32. And remember we said we're adding because we want to have the total number. 32 plus 29 plus 34 equals whatever our answer is. Now this question is a little bit interesting because it has us adding 3 numbers instead of the usual 2 numbers that we add. But that's not going to mess us up at all. We're just going to have one more extra step when we go to add everything together. Just like we've talked about before, there are a lot of different ways that we can solve these questions. The first way that we're going to use is the place value chart. Once we've made our place value chart, all we're going to do is put our numbers in the correct place. First, we have the number 32. If I look at it, I see I have 3 10s, 1, 2, 3, and I have 2 1s, 1, 2. Next, we have the number 29. I see I have 2 10s, 1, 2. I have 9 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, we have the number 34. I see I have 3 10s, 1, 2, 3. I have 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these numbers together. Let's not forget to regroup when we get a group of 10 and it moves over to the next highest place in our place value chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see, I already know this is a group of 9. And if I'm really thinking, I know all I need is one more to make this into a group of 10. So instead of starting at the top, it's okay if I start in the middle. No matter where you start when you're adding, then you're still going to get the same answer. So this is my group of 10. I'm going to regroup and put that group of 10 right down here. I'm going to keep looking to see if I have another group of 10. I have one up here. Let me put him down here. And let me cross that off before I forget. And now let's see how many I have down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 ones. Now I'm going to look at my tens. I have 3 tens plus 2 tens. That's going to be 5 tens. Plus 4 more. That's going to be 9 tens. I didn't make enough tens to regroup, so that's going to stay right there in the tens place. And this is my answer. Now, before we say we're done for today, we're going to solve it one more way just to double check ourselves because we want to make sure that we're getting it correct. That way, when we turn in our packets, everything looks great. So we're going to use the number line to double check our work. This number line might look a little bit interesting, and because we are adding 3 different numbers all together. So there are a couple different ways we're going to do this. We can do this, but we're going to do it one way. We could have 32 and then add 2 tens, 9 ones, and then 3 tens and 4 ones. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to just add all the tens at once and then all the ones at once. So I've started with 32, so I'm going to add all my tens. So I've got, let's see, one group of 10 from 29. That means I've got 42. I'm going to add one more group of 10 from 29. That equals 52. Now that I've taken my 10s from 29, I want to take my 10s from 34 as well. So that means one more group of 10 here. 2 groups of 10. And 3 groups of 10. So now I've taken my 10s from 29 and my 10s from 34. I'm going to add all of my ones. So I'm going to add 9 ones from here. I'm going to add 4 ones from here. Now what we learned earlier is that if I just, that 9 plus 1 more equals one more group of 10. So I'm going to take 1 away from my 34 here. I'm going to turn that into a 33. And then that 9 plus that 1 I took away from 34 is going to equal one more group of 10. So that's going to make things a little bit easier for me. That equals 92. And now I'll add my 1. So if I already turned this into a group of 10, I've used that already, and I only have 3 more 1s to worry about. So I add 1 more. That brings me up to 93. 2, 94, and 3. 95. Is this the same answer as this? Then that means we've done it correctly. If there was something that you missed or maybe you didn't understand, you can go back and watch the video a second time and pause it wherever you need to so that you can work through the next 5 questions all on your own. Remember, we're not doing the page on the back yet. We're just finishing up the word problems that you have on this paper. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about something a little bit different than word problems, and so this is going to be the last paper that we do on those. Just like always, if you have any questions or you're concerned about anything, feel free to email or get a hold of your teacher. They'll be happy to help you out. Hope you guys are having a good day and staying safe.